Hello and welcome, I'm Thomas Porteous and you're watching NewsX World. Let's look at the top stories this hour. Local hospitals say at least 25 Palestinians sheltering in tents or queuing for food aid were killed by Israeli strikes and shootings today. It comes as UN-backed monitor formally confirms famine in Gaza City, prompting global pleas for Israel to halt its 22-month offensive. Japanese Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba and South Korean President Lee Jae-myung agreed to strengthen security and economic cooperation during Lee's first official visit to Tokyo. The talks come ahead of Lee's summit with US President Donald Trump on Monday, as the three allies look to deepen coordination under their trilateral pact. Hundreds of National Guard troops were spotted on the National Mall posing for selfies and mingling with tourists, despite it being one of the city's safest areas in Washington, D.C. City leaders say the move is more about President Trump showing force than fighting crime, with some troops doubting they'll see any action. Ghislaine Maxwell, the convicted associate of Jeffrey Epstein, has told US officials that a much-rumoured client list does not exist. She also said she never saw misconduct by Donald Trump or Bill Clinton, dismissed claims against Prince Andrew as not conceivable, and is seeking a pardon while accused of lying to investigators. Israel's military says a missile fired from Yemen most likely broke apart mid-air after triggering air raid sirens across the country. Yemen's Houthi rebels claimed responsibility, saying they launched 3 operations, including a ballistic missile aimed at Ben Gurion Airport near Tel Aviv. Portugal's president confirms a firefighter has died while battling blazes in Subugal, the 4th fatality in the country's wildfire emergency this summer. President Marcelo Rebelo de Sousa offered condolences to the family, praising his sacrifice in the fight against the devastating forest fires. Former Brexit campaigner and Reform UK leader Nigel Farage says his party would launch mass deportations of migrants arriving by small boats if it forms the next government. He told The Times he would pull Britain out of the European Convention on Human Rights and strike deals with countries like Afghanistan and Eritrea for returns. France has summoned Italy's ambassador after Deputy Prime Minister Matteo Salvini dismissed President Emmanuel Macron's calls to deploy European soldiers in post-war Ukraine, telling him to, quote, get lost. A French diplomat source confirmed the summons, marking a new flashpoint in Paris